Hi guys, welcome to the first episode basically of Kanken Bouken, a series where I tackle passing the Kanji no Ryoku Kente Ichikyu, or the Kanji Kente Level 1. The Kanji Kente is a kanji proficiency test aimed at native Japanese speakers, and at Level 1 you are expected to know 6,000 kanji. So first of all, I wanted to talk about just a little more about my study methods, so let's do that. First, I have these official Kanken books. I use these to do some practice questions and to get to some commonly occurring words. Unfortunately, I'm not a native speaker, so I have to go a bit more out of my way and look for more common words in Jisho, which is an English-Japanese dictionary for English speakers, and Jitenon, which is a primarily Japanese-used dictionary. Then I write down all the words I want to learn in this notebook. If the word contains a kanji that occurs in the same level, I mark it with a square. If it has one that occurs in a harder level, I mark it with a triangle. Also, for each new kanji, I go and see if there's a variant that might appear on the Kanken Level 1 or Pre-1 using Jitenon. If so, I write it down and specify what kind of variant it is. So I take these words and I put them into a flashcard app on my phone, which I'm not enjoying very much at the moment. So I'm considering switching over to Anki or Quizlet because this app really lacks a lot of features. I have some Android apps for studying the Kanken as well, and they're great for getting writing practice in. I'm also expecting a 3DS official Kanken training game. I'm super stoked about this because I owned the very first one on the original DS 10 years ago. So when I get it, I'll figure out some way to make a review. And for bonus, I purchased DS Bimoji Training. This is a game designed to teach you calligraphy, and I'm hoping I ordered a copy that comes with a really cool calligraphy stylus, because if not, I'm going to be sad. So anyway, let's talk about the kanji I learned and some of the words that occurred with them this week. So number 1. This is a kanji that means pressure. And it had a pretty neat looking variant, which I will put right here. And I believe that to be the traditional Chinese variation of the character. It looks pretty crazy. Then there's the simplified version of it that has an extra dot, and that isn't tested as far as I can tell. So some cool words I came across for this kanji were ashuku suru, which means to compress, and specifically a file compression. Then there's kiatsu, which means atmospheric pressure, and then consequently if you add the suffix k, it means barometer. So kiatsu k means barometer. Then there was ketsatsu. That means blood pressure. And if you want that crazy word in English that's sphygmomanometer, you just add that same suffix and you get ketsatsuke. Then there is this one, I, or utsusu and utsuru. It means to move or to transfer something. 2 words I ran into for this were iseki suru, which means to transfer a player from one team to another. Then there was sen isuru. Sen isuru is a word I run into at work actually quite a lot. It means to transition, and normally that's in a scientific context, but it gets used in games too. So for example, menu game kara tarashiku sen ni shinai, and that would mean it doesn't transition from the menu screen correctly. And that's basically the kind of thing that I write almost every day. So then there's this one. That would mean art, and gets used in words like geijutsu, which just literally means art. It's got a pretty spooky looking traditional form as well. And yeah, there's just a lot going on in that. Next is in, and this means cause or origin. One interesting word I ran into was inshu, and consequently inshu teki. It just means some kind of tired convention, something people just don't really want to do anymore, but they just do it anyway because it's traditional. Next is shirushi, which means seal or mark. Very interesting word I ran into. It's more of an expression. Something no rakuin o osareru. And it means to brand someone as something else. So to brand someone a cheater, to brand someone a martyr, or that kind of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much all of them. So yeah, let me know if you liked that, if you thought it was interesting. And I'll see you later.